The striped bass flopped about helplessly in the boat, its belly flashing in the sun. I flinched as the fisherman sliced below its gills in a swift shore motion and carved off bloody fillets of flesh. On our dock, his partner spoke animatedly with the chef and gestured at his catches. In October, it was getting cold to be going out on the water, and our own yacht was tucked cozily in the boathouse. But the fishermen were still at it. What an awful fuss went into feeding us, and the kitchen would be in an absolute uproar right now in preparation for our big dinner tomorrow. The sand and rock crunched under my feet as I walked down the beach, letting the wind whip my hair and the salt prickle my skin. I liked to come down here to clear my head, but it wasn't working this morning. My mind was full of the party. I was determined it would be an event to remember. Once, I would have laughed at myself for getting worked up over something so frivolous, but I knew how much it meant to Charles. Somehow, we'd become the most talked-about couple in New York after our lavish wedding the year before, and now I had to prove that I was up to the task of being Mrs. Charles Turner, that my taste was sophisticated enough, my house grand enough, my pockets deep enough. I gazed up the sloping lawn toward Briar Hall, and it was something to behold. With its fresh white limestone facade and its commanding position overlooking the bay. The manor's gabled roofs, balustraded parapets, series of window bays, and decorative friezes made it look like one of the great aristocratic houses of England, plucked up and transported to Long Island's North Shore. We'd only just finished it, and I knew Charles would have preferred us to build in Tuxedo or Newport. But Long Island felt like virgin land society hadn't conquered yet. Here, we could set the trend instead of following it too late. I hoped he would come to see it that way. I spent the rest of the day overseeing preparations, and later that night I struggled to fall asleep. Unsurprising, given how nervous I was. I dreamed of a gale and watched in horror as our guests emerged from their snug cars and carriages into the freezing rain and howling wind. Inside, the lights buzzed strangely, and then the generator suddenly failed, casting us all in blackness. A glow emanated from Charles, beautiful and transfixing, while I grew invisible and weightless, drifting above the room like a ghost. Fear gripped me, and I knew there was some sort of danger brewing and that I had to warn my friends. But I couldn't find my voice. When I finally awoke, my nightgown was drenched in sweat, and my bedclothes were twisted into a great heap at the foot of the bed.